What's up, Jeff? We're live, buddy.
What's going on, Mr. Ruckert?
I'm doing good. Getting ready for Thanksgiving. Getting ready to be out of here in about an hour and a half. We close for Thanksgiving, and looking forward to a little R and spending some time with family. Emma Grace got home from college yesterday, so yeah, I'm psyched. Looking forward to it. Gonna go spend some time with a bunch of family, Kathy's family, down in Cold Spring, Texas. Yes, tomorrow and
Hey,
Friday.
I know Kathy's happy about that. She's seeing immigration. She forgot about you.
Oh, they're out shopping today already.
All right.
He sent me a text message a little bit ago saying I'm reminded of how much money kids cost or children cost or whatever. So,
Right.
hey, so this is kind of exciting news. We've kind of pumped it out there a little bit and already got some sign-ups. And just wanted to come on. We are coming to Cocoa, Florida. You and I are. And we are coming February 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And we're going to be doing some hands-on training. I'm going to be doing some hands-on training, cleaning parts of the building, cleaning some concrete, um, teaching people how we do that, what we look for when we're cleaning those buildings, how we price them. It's kind of a medium-sized campus for a church is where we're going to be cleaning. So we're not cleaning all of it, but we're going to be cleaning quite a bit of it. And I'm going to be teaching on that while we do that. And then you're going to be doing hands-on parking lot striping training.
Yes, sir. I'm excited about that to come to Cocoa, Florida. And I think I'm doing it on the third day, on the 23rd or 24th.
I can't remember.
Well, one of those days. Yeah, I'm excited to be coming down. We're going to be teaching on building customer relationships, striping safety, ADA regulations and laws, fire marshal laws, and how to keep your records, and talking about the different types of striping machines and different things of that nature. But excited about the hands-on course that we'll get a chance to restripe the church's parking lot.
Yeah,
And
yeah, you're
yeah,
going to actually be restriping the church parking lot.
yeah, and we're gonna play with some real paint. So, man, I'm encouraging you guys. Hey, this is a conference. You get 3-in-1. Go on to powerwashingstore.com and register, guys, because I'm telling you, this class is gonna fill up quick. And for the price that we doing what we're doing, 3-in-1, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna be ready in 2024. Come and get this information. I highly recommend you to take this course.
Well, they don't want to go to Power Wash Store. They want to go
Okay,
to
what?
pressurewashingschool.com.
Okay, let me write that down.
I appreciate the shout out over there, but pressurewashingschool.com/events is where you want to go to register. And I have a feeling that this is going to fill up rather quickly. We've been asked several times to come to Florida. And like I said, we've already had some people sign up, and I've gotten text messages from several that are planning to sign up. And it's February 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and this is in Cocoa, Florida, which is right by Cocoa Beach, Florida. So that's where my brother lives, and he pastors a small church there. And so we're using that property to do this training. And we're also having a difference makers conference that same part of that 3 days. It'll be a 1 day difference conference where it's just you and I talking about commercial property, how to get commercial property jobs, building relationships with property managers. We're going to go over some money matter stuff. I'm going to talk about high-end residential sales, just a lot of business stuff, all classroom, that stuff to help your business from the business end perspective. We'll talk about doing quotes, just all kind of stuff in that's one full day of business conference training. So they're priced out separately where folks can sign up for individual courses if they want to, or individual schools like the hands-on training. If they just want to do that, they can do that. If they want to attend just the parking lot striping, they can do that, or they could purchase tickets to both of those if they wanted to. The difference makers, if they want to come just for difference makers, they can do that. And then there's an all access pass where they can attend all three. And I think they save about $100 over the cost if you were to purchase them individually. And that's looks like what most people are doing. So, yeah, that's going to be an awesome thing. I'm really looking forward to it. We get to help out a church. We're not charging the church for anything. We're just using their property for training. And so, you know, they've got a lot of algae on the building. So I'll be teaching on that, what type of equipment we use when we decide whether we're going to pressure wash via downstreaming or soft wash via downstreaming or soft wash with a dedicated pump. And then they've got some concrete sidewalks and things that we'll be cleaning as well. And I always like to teach on that, how where you start and how you end, you know, that kind of dictates how productive you're going to be, and not necessarily how fast you can get in and get out of there. You do want to do it as quick as possible, but you don't want your quality, you know, to suffer because you're trying to go fast. But we'll talk about all that kind of stuff.
Right.
There.
And also too, Doug, we still think when you register for the Difference Makers Conference, I think it's just for that conference, you can also bring your spouse with
Correct.
you for absolutely zero cost.
Correct. Yeah. If you sign up for that, you can bring your wife for free. She does not have to pay. If you're bringing another person with you, whether it's your wife or anybody, for the hands-on or the parking lot striping, then that's per person. You have to pay for those. So, yeah, it was. Emma, my daughter, just got on here and said, "Hey, did you tell them I was coming too?" I did not know you were coming. It's in February. You're in school. No, you're not coming.
Right. Hey, they're going to turn into a vacation.
Hello. Yeah, Amy White says hello, and Bob. Hey, Bob. So, yeah, this is going to be an excellent thing to do, to attend. I also want to talk a little bit, Jeff. You've got your normal parking lot stripe course coming up here in Houston, January 18th and 19th. That's still on, correct?
January 18th and 19th, yes. And Doug, I actually highly recommend, guys. I mean, you know, and not shooting you down. If you can make that one, make it. But hey, I would love to see you in Florida. And absolutely, be honest with you, I think that, not talking myself out of any money or thing like that, it'll be wiser and cheaper, because what I'm charging for one course of the striping course, you can actually add, I think, like another $100 or so to that, and you can get all three courses in Cocoa, Florida. So, right, you know, and not trying to stop you travel. Hey, if you want to get it in January, come on, get it. But I'd love to see you in Florida.
Right.
And it's you're gonna get I'm not gonna rob you anything. You're gonna get the same information for a lower cost. And but the difference in that one, that the lunch won't be provided with it, and the book will not be free. So you'll be able to purchase the book. But yeah, January the 18th and 19th of 2024, we're gonna launch our first course right here in Spring, Texas at 8826 Louetta Road, Suite 308. And we'll still be doing some of the basic training on the hands-on course. And we'll be doing like the ADA laws, regulations, fire marshal codes, how to price, and how to market and get the job, and what you're looking for. Like Doug said, when you go on a parking lot, how to sell and how to use the correct verbiage to get in there, and what to say to the people instead of going in there. No, because I want to teach you how to be confident in what you're selling, because over the years, I found out something, Doug, that people buy confidence. They're not going to buy anything that you're not confident in what you're selling.
Correct. And they're looking for that, like you said, they're looking for that verbiage. You know, every month when I have a class here, I encourage my students to go on to Google and just simply Google search residential architectural terms. Okay.
Right.
And so pull up, I like the Wikipedia one. There's several others. There's ones that have pictures, but when you're bidding something, and the example I always use is if you've got a little shingle thing sticking up out of a roof and it's got little walls on it and a window, and I'll ask people, what is it? And most of them don't know. Well, it's called a dormer. So when you're writing your quote up, you want to make sure that you're including the quote includes cleaning the dormers, or it does not include. You don't want to write includes cleaning the thing sticking up out of the roof with the little shingles on it and the window on it. You want to call things by what they are. They look for that, because that shows that you know what you're talking about and you've been around the block a little bit. So, and it just helps your education for your business to learn those types of terms. So that's very important you're correct, very important to do that.
Yes, sir. And I'm excited about it, Doug. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, hey, it's gonna be some fire in the building. So get to Cocoa, Florida. Get there, do what you got to do. Get a Greyhound bus, take a train, an airplane, catch a boat, or even you can take out and start riding your bicycle right now. I'm telling you, get to Cocoa, Florida, because
that's right. It is very convenient. You can fly right into Orlando International Airport if you need to fly from somewhere. I talked to a guy yesterday from California that's planning to come, and he's booking his reservation. So Orlando International Airport, and it's only about 45 minutes right up I-4 from the airport. So, and then of course you got locals that of course know where. I talked to Ricardo from Tampa the other day. He and his dad and brother are planning to come again, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. And I think Ricardo's been to all of the Difference Makers Conference, and every time he walks away a different man, So, and he is killing it, by the way, Jeff. He is just absolutely killing it. So,
awesome young man.
Yeah.
I tell you, Doug, this last Difference Makers Conference, it was just something different about this last one that we had last month. Was how all of the attendees, they were sitting on the edge of their seats, and you brought in the property manager, and you also brought in a licensed CPA, and
Correct.
Kelsey, right? That's her name.
Correct.
Man, when she put that spreadsheet out there and showed us different ways how to create these budgets in our business, it took me back to where, hey, I had to go back and recalibrate my thinking and do some things over, because sometimes you can be doing something a certain way and not knowing that somebody have the expertise in that field to come in and teach you, to show you how to do it an easier way, in a better way. And
Right.
And some of the things she showed us, man, it was mind blowing.
Well, and that's one of the things we're going to go over in the Difference Makers Conference, is that little spreadsheet that we came up with to help people learn how to price jobs for their business. Too often we see people asking on various forums, how would you price this? How much should I charge? Well, nobody can tell you that, because nobody knows what your business expenses are. Nobody knows what it takes to have your business be profitable and sustainable at the same time. So this is a worksheet that we'll do at the Difference Makers Conference portion, that everybody will actually have one, and we'll do it live, sitting there where they can put down their numbers. Hopefully that they know their numbers. If they don't know their numbers, that's the biggest problem. We got to help you get to where you can figure out your numbers, so that you're never asking again somebody else, what would you charge for this? Because the person that gives you that answer, they could either not even be in business, or B, going broke. So
right,
why you would ask somebody else how much would you charge for this? That's not going to help you based on your business, because that person's business could be totally different. As far as when I was in pressure washing, I had to charge more, because I had a space. You know, I had rent I had to pay, electric on that place I had to pay. So I had to charge more than what the guy that was charged was working out of his house. Just like you, you've got a office and warehouse there. So
Right.
that's way different expenses than what the guy that's just working out of his home, out of his bedroom, out of his home. Nothing wrong with that. I did that for years too, but my pricing had to go up to justify those expenses and keep my profits up. So it became where I had to start really selling my value, why I'm the better choice over the lower price guy. And that's a whole nother lesson, you know.
Right. Right.
So,
Right. And that's one of the things that I put a strong emphasis on, Doug, in my striping course, is that I emphasize that I'm teaching based on the Houston market,
correct.
because the cost of living is different in Florida than it is in Houston.
Right.
So I'm teaching based on what the market is for Houston. So by me putting emphasis on it, I want you to go back in also and do research on, what is the a fair price for a line, because I may be charging $4 a line here, and you may can get $6 a line in Florida because of the cost of living, and the material costs may be a lot bit more. So, it's just like, it's not trying to be spiritual. It says, Doug, before any man set out to build a tower, let him first sit down and count the cost. So that's one of the things that we teach in the Difference Makers Conference, to teach you how to count the costs of what you're getting into, because somebody can tell you, well, I'm in 10 buck too. I'm charging $250 an hour based on you here in Houston. Well, the going rate may not be but $200 an hour.
Right. Right.
So you have to weigh your wages out and sit down and see how can you get in the middle, or what you need to do, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be paying somebody else to do their job.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly right. So that's and that yeah. So you're right. Back to your original point. That was one of the turning points, was when we brought that spreadsheet out and allowed people to start figuring up, and give them somewhat out of an idea. It wasn't, it was kind of off the cuff, and a lot of people didn't have their numbers in front of them, but it gave them an idea and gave them a sample sheet to take back to where they could actually input their numbers. We can actually send it to them on via computer, via email, so they can actually do it right on their computer and update it as they need to go. And that's something that all the Difference Makers students will get and be able to work on that. So,
Right.
but yeah, it seems like every single one of them is just getting better and better and better, and being very helpful. We had a lot of great comments. How one guy even said it was just the best thing he had ever attended. Any event he had attended. I don't know what all he had attended, of course, but that that felt good to know that it's the whole reason it's called the Difference Makers is not only are we trying to share the difference makers that have helped us in our business, but we're trying to be difference makers for the people that are attending these. We're trying to help make a difference in their lives and their businesses and their marriages, all of that, so that that they can succeed better. Can't promise you. We're not promising you're going to be hugely successful, but we do have some things that we can share that, as I always say, if you take the education and put it to action, education without action is just what? Entertainment. So if you
Right.
take what we're going to educate you on and put it to action, we feel certain that it can do nothing but help you and help you succeed better. Not promising you millions, but man, it'll do nothing but help you.
And I tell you something else, Doug. Another thing that is life changing too, fellas. I'm gonna encourage you to bring your wife. Bring your wife, because when Miss Kathy talks about this, it's observations, right?
Correct.
Observations, man. She touches on some key points to share with the ladies, to knowing how to deal with a Doug Rucker, on a day-to-day basis, or how you can get involved with your spouse, and knowing what it costs to purchase a surface cleaner, or what it costs to purchase a tote of SH or whatever those cases is. And so I think that what she teaching observation is basically she's bringing unity not just into the business but into into the home. And man, it's just it's a powerful life changing message. And every time I heard her 3 times, and every time I've heard her, I've left away from that with something different that I can
Right.
implement not just in my business, but what I can implement in my marriage to make my marriage a better marriage.
Right. Right. Exactly. And that's what it's all about, is trying to keep that harmony. It's not always going to be, roses every day and beautiful and all that kind of stuff. There's going to be a few ups and downs, but one of the reasons I have her do that is because it's from, observations of a pressure washer for the last 26 years. I mean, we've been married for 26 years come next Wednesday, I think it is. And, pretty much all of that time, as a matter of fact, it was probably longer than that, because her and I, when we were engaged, bought a pressure washing company before we even got married in Florida. So, yeah. So again, it's hands-on training, building washing, concrete cleaning, parking lot striping, and the Difference Makers Conference. That's in Cocoa, Florida, February 22nd, 23rd, 24th. Folks, we're going to come back once a week, once every 2 weeks, and keep updating you on things as we can. But we just wanted to start getting this out there so that folks can start planning their trip accordingly. It's usually beautiful in February in Cocoa, Florida. And again, it's right by the beach, so you'll have make a vacation out of it.
Right. And one thing before we get out of it, Doug, I want to encourage you guys that's just getting in this here into the industry, or you the guys that's in the industry. Guess what? This will make an excellent Christmas gift. Tell your wife or your spouse or whatever, hey, I know what I want this year for Christmas. I want a ticket. I want you to go online and register at the powerwashingschool.com/events. Register me up for these 3 courses, because guess what? This gift right here this is a gift that you can give someone that can absolutely change their lives and cause them to be successful for a lifetime, to go on into generations and generations and generations. So I'm telling you, say, I want that gift this year. Give me that. I want to get down into this conference for this cause, and I guarantee you're going to see a different me, because I'm going to go to the Difference Makers Conference in Cocoa, Florida.
Yeah, if this was available back when I was starting out, I would have said to my wife, I don't want anything. I just want to go to this. Okay. Even if you just spend the money just to come to the Difference Makers, okay, or just the parking lot, I'm not saying you got to come to all 3. It would be great if you can come to all 3, but if you can only afford to go to one, pick the one that you think is going to help you the most: the hands-on training, the parking lot striping, or the Difference Makers Conference. Okay. To me, I would pick the Difference Makers Conference because it's more business end. I can learn the parking lot striping. I can learn the hands-on portion, training, all that at some point in time down the road. But if you don't get the business end of your business, how to build relationships and how to get those property managers and how to price things and how to read a P&L and a balance sheet and all that kind of stuff, that's just going to put you further and further behind, because I spent a lot of years not knowing how to do that kind of stuff, but knew how to clean wonderful. And that's part of Kathy's speech, seeing that money come in and that money go right back out, not getting a handle on that. So that's one of the things we want to help you with. So
Right. So guys, I'm telling you, register. Let us help you get off that treadmill. You've been moving and not going nowhere. I'm telling you, this is a life-changing conference. I have not seen nobody that left this conference that have took this class and hasn't called us and telling us that, man, this is life-changing. And they see the passion that Doug, myself, and Vaughn had to teach you all. Not only that, I think it was Nick and Kelsey, the property manager. I'm gonna say this, Doug, I got to put this out here. The property manager that Doug brings in, this guy literally lays it out for you and tell you exactly what to do. He's basically telling you what to say. You've been struggling to get past that gatekeeper. I tell you what, come hear this guy because he is a successful broker or real estate investor. He got property. He's a property manager. This guy tell you exactly what they are looking for and what they are not looking for.
Yeah, exactly right. So, well, all right, let's get out of here because we don't want to run too long. It's been 25 minutes already, man. It seems like we just started. So if you guys have any questions, you know, if you want to register, go to pressurewashingschool.com/events, and you can register there for the January parking lot striping or the COCO or any of my hands-on trainings. If you have any questions, you can email me at pressurecleaningschool@gmail.com or text me 281-883-3630. And Jeff, if they have questions about parking lot striping, how can they get a hold of you?
They can reach me at my page at Education on Power Washing and Striping, or they can reach, or they can also reach me by email, Mr. Shine powerwashing@gmail.com, Mr. Shine powerwashing@gmail.com, and also they can hit me on inbox of Mr. Shine Power Washing page.
Okay, beautiful. All right, guys. Hope this has been helpful for y'all. We appreciate y'all joining in. Got a bunch of comments here that we hadn't been able to get to. The Ruck, you are a legend at Universal Studios. I got there one time. I think I've been there one time in my life, James. But thank you for that. So, hey, everybody, have a happy Thanksgiving. Be blessed. Be thankful. Be grateful for everything that you've got. And we'll talk to y'all again in about another week or so.
All right. Looking forward. Happy Thanksgiving, Doug. Talk with you.
You too, Jeff.
All right.
Talk to you soon.